video game intros. They either go one of two ways. Either you can't wait to skip them, or you watch it every time you boot up that game. Now, deciding the order of the list was easy. It's whatever intro I watched over and over and over again, and how often I do that over the others. Finding 10 of them, though, was the hard part. Not every good video game has a great intro. I ended up finding 6 or 7 that I thought were really, really good, but beyond that, I'd just be throwing a bone. So I decided to round it off to 5. So, with the criteria being that it has to be an opening cutscene before a title screen, here are the top 5 video game intros. Number 5. Metal Gear Subsistence, Disc 2, with both intros that play. What can I say, this is probably the longest one on the list, and it's hard to even count it because it's 2 intros in one. But it's important to include both because the first one that plays gets you amped up. It really gets you in the mood to play Metal Gear Online. It has this great original song that plays along with it, and it really shows off what you could do in Metal Gear Online, as goofy as a lot of it may be. The other intro, on the other hand, shows off the emotional side of the game itself, Metal Gear Solid 3. Never has a game moved me in such a way as Metal Gear Solid 3 has, and this opening cutscene pays homage to that. Very powerful stuff. Both intros are very powerful in their own way, and anytime I feel the need to pop in that disc 2, as obsolete as it is at this point, I'll always watch both of those intros.
I raised you. I loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you.
Number 4. Super Smash Bros. Melee for Nintendo GameCube. This intro is easily the best in the series. So much work went into it, it's so nice to look at, and it's just the right length. And it came out at just the right time, too. Everyone wanted to know, what did Mario look like with these new generation of graphics? What did Samus look like with these new generation of graphics? Ridley, Link, Captain Falcon, Ness. Well, it's all here, it's all accounted for. There was no better way to showcase the new generation of gaming than with Super Smash Bros. Melee. And this intro is an introduction to all of it. It's intense, it's a window into the future. It's Super Smash Bros. Melee, and not even its 2 sequels afterwards could give an intro half as exciting. Number 3. Banjo-Kazooie for the Nintendo 64. I'm going to openly admit here, I have no idea why I like this intro so much. Maybe it's because I just love the joke that they're constantly playing with the musical instruments. It's not often that the music that's in a video game is being played by the characters themselves. And it's just so entertaining to watch all the way through, and the music itself is just so fun and catchy. And you're just bopping along on your couch, just singing along to it. The reason why it ranks as high as it does is because, as odd as it is, it sets the tone of the game, and it makes me want to watch it every time I boot it up. So, mission accomplished. And yeah, I could probably put almost every Rare Games intro on this list. But this one I consider the cream of the crop. Number 2. I apologize for the long pause there. I didn't want to ruin the moment. Chrono Cross for the PlayStation 1. Now, this is kind of an interesting choice. I want to say right now that I am not a fan of Chrono Cross. I haven't played it in a really long time, so if there's any fans out there that think that I'm being ignorant in saying so, maybe I'll play it again in the future and let you know what I think as an adult. But as a teenager who loved Chrono Trigger and could not wait to play Chrono Cross, this game was an ultimate disappointment. Now, this intro, on the other hand, is so good that I was so certain that this game was going to be amazing at some point, in some way. Because every time I watched this intro, I just was blown away. It just agreed with all of my senses. I just would get goosebumps from this intro. It ranks so high on this list because it does its job so well that it's convinced me to play a game that I didn't enjoy for as long as I did, because I thought that this intro was promising something greater. And to this day, I'll still, once in a while, hop on YouTube and just watch this intro. It's such a good intro, and it almost pains me to have to talk over it. Which is why I will not be talking over the next intro, because it will pain me to do so. So sit back and enjoy my number one pick, and I'll get right back to you after it's done showing. This intro has left the biggest impact on me as a kid. Granted, it didn't give me any real insight into what the game was going to be, but it hits you every time. The music is so powerful. The visuals that go with it is just perfect. It's almost as if it was drawn to the music itself. Honestly, the intro is so amazing that it's kept this game in my mind for so many years. Now, I never beat it as a kid. At the time, it was competing graphically with Final Fantasy VII and the like. And I had a hard time committing to it because graphics meant something back then. I got inspired to make this list because I decided to buy the game on PlayStation Network. And right now, I'm playing through it. I'm really enjoying the game. But this intro every time I boot up the game, I will watch this intro. Every single time. And I've booted the game up at least maybe 15 times now on this playthrough that I'm doing. I wish I could say more about Wild Arms, but actually that's what I'm planning on doing next. Is I'm going to commit to beating this game, and when I do, I plan to do a full review of Wild Arms. And I will continue to enjoy this intro every time I power on my PlayStation and continue to edge myself a little bit closer to the end of the game. And on that note, thanks for watching. If you didn't agree with the list, please let me know. What should I have added? I mean, I kind of wanted 10, but I just couldn't think of it. Thanks a lot, and have a good evening.